There is one recurring word in all our documents and conversation that is de-risking. And when I talk to people, somehow I had the feeling that we tend to give a bit of a different meaning to the word. But what is your view? What is your vision on de-risking?
Well, de-risking is normally used in the context of geological survey work in terms of technical de-risking through gathering of geological data, which acts as like pre-competitive data. So this is data and the knowledge behind it that we can deliver to industry to help them overcome that barrier to being able to get the financial investment for projects. So for example, for minerals and energy projects, mining, geothermal, carbon storage and so on, there's you really need to reduce the risk that the project is going to fail early on in order to overcome that large financial investment to get it up and operational. So for example, in exploration, the early costs of minerals exploration, while they're expensive, they're still relatively low. But once you start to define, or you make a discovery and then start to define a resource, the costs go up dramatically. So having enough data in place at that stage early on to be able to convince investors to come in and drill the holes in the ground, start to build the infrastructure, makes a huge difference to the possibility that projects are going to be successful.
Yeah, because for example, one graph that I really like is this one. Is a graph from the World Bank that show the profitability and the bankability of geothermal projects. And you could really see that the higher risk is the exploration phase, so the risk of actually drilling a dry well, so that we lose like a lot of money for like a geothermal operator, but thanks to better quality geological data and our geoscientific knowledge, we can really help the geothermal sector to really decrease the risk of drilling dry wells and also be more successful in attractive private investment.
Yeah, exactly. And another important thing about de-risking, I think, is that it's also, this kind of geological data can also de-risk not just investment in resource projects like this, but also reduce the risk of negative impacts to do with, for example, climate-related hazards. So geological data can feed into mitigation measures, investment in mitigation of flooding and drought and landslide risk and so on. These are also all things where good quality technical geological data can encourage the investment needed to put in place those mitigation measures that will reduce costs later on.
Oh, great. Thank you, Julie.
Thanks.
Yeah.